Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I hope everyone's doing well. Uh, we are happy to present this information session on the Post-Baccalaureate pre-medical program at UVM. And my name is Sharon Twigg. I'm the program manager for this program, and I will be facilitating this evening. Also behind the scenes is our program coordinator, Kelly, who will be monitoring the Q&A. Just a reminder that the chat is disabled. So please, any comments or questions, pop them into the Q&A, and Kelly will answer them as we go along, or if we need to, we can hold them until we're finished with the presentation. We have time for more questions at the end of the session. So I just want to give you a quick idea of what we're going to cover. I'm going to introduce you to a few other people who are here tonight first. Our director and our advisor, go over the program and its unique features, who the program is for, how you can build a strong candidacy for medical school, the clinical opportunities and professional development opportunities that are associated with the program, a little bit of data on student outcomes and admissions to health professional schools following their completion of this program. And then we can take a look at deadlines and make sure we've gotten to everybody's questions. So introductions to start. Maggie Lambert is going to be giving us a lot of the information this evening. She's the director of the program and has been for these many years, although I don't have an actual number. Very well versed in the program, very passionate and committed to the program, as well as Kristen Kilbashian, our dedicated professional and pre-health advisor. And by dedicated, I mean she's very committed to the program and to students, but she also, this is one of her signature programs. So she works almost exclusively on this. So she's very knowledgeable in our program and also the application process to medical and other health professional schools. So we're going to start quickly with an explanation of making sure that this program is the right program for you. And I'm thinking that perhaps Maggie was going to explain that for us.
Yes, thank you, Sharon. Welcome. I know that you have a lot of options for post-bac pre-medical programs. So first of all, I'd like to really thank you for considering our program. Our program is a career changer program, meaning that you need most or all of the health professional school prerequisite courses, that you have a strong undergraduate record, and our program has customized curriculum to suit your individual needs, meaning that we do not have a block schedule in our program. You can actually enter upon admission and take the courses that you need to take in addition to others, and move through the program in that manner. We also have 3 entry points for our program in summer, fall, and spring, respectively, and that is unique to our program as well. So if you are a candidate for medical school and you seek admission into pre-health professional school, but you have already completed some of your basic science courses in your undergraduate career, then this is not the program for you, but we would refer you to our friends over in the Master of Medical Science, who we work very closely with in the Larner College of Medicine. That master's program is a special master's and serves as an academic enhancer.
Thanks, Maggie. And now Maggie's going to share some of the specialized tracks that students can choose and the linkage agreements that we share with other programs.
Sure. Here in the UVM Post-Bac Pre-Med program, we're really proud to offer a variety of tracks for pre-health professional school. And most of them are listed here, but not all of them, as many of those prereqs are common across health professional school, as many of you probably are aware. We have a med track, we have a dentist track, we have a PharmD track, entry into nursing. We have nurse practitioner, occupational therapy, physical therapist, and physician assistant as well. We also serve a veterinarian, a medicine track. Occasionally, as Kristen will tell you, that we have students who come in for podiatry or another pre-health professional school track, and we are happy to help you as well. The linkage agreements that we have in place currently are with our own medical school here at UVM, and that is the Larner College of Medicine. We have a very strong relationship with Larner, and our linkage is attractive to prospective students to the post-bac pre-medical program. We also have a linkage with UNE, the University of New England for DO school specifically, and Franklin Pierce for Masters of Physician Assistant. We have a linkage with our own College of Nursing and Health Sciences, which offers a variety of health professional tracks. Those are MS in nursing, direct entry into nursing, or the DEPIN program as the doctorate pathway, occupational therapy doctorate, and the PT doctorate as well. We also have a linkage with our UVM Master of Medical Science program, and that is, as I mentioned before, special masters for those who may need an academic remedial program.
Great. Thank you, Maggie. Now we're going to turn to what you may already be familiar with, but just a sample post-baccalaureate curriculum that Kristen's going to talk a little bit about.
Sure. As Maggie indicated, this program allows you to step in and take the prerequisites that you need. We do try to service students in a variety of different courses. So maybe you don't need all the chemistries, but you still need organic, biology, physics, etc. So right here is just a sample of the classes that a typical student who has none of the prerequisites would be taking. Some of them are in lockstep order. So Gen Chem 1, has to be taken before Chem 2, and you have to have Chem 2 before organic, and others have a little bit more flexibility. So that's something that when we meet to discuss the program, we would create a program plan based on you and your needs, and that's how you would move forward. And there are a variety of electives that we offer students. So if you're really interested in taking a healthcare ethics course, we have something to offer you. There's an emergency medicine research course. We have a obstetrics, understanding human pregnancy course. So there are a variety of electives that students take that are very interesting and supplement their learning.
And Kristen, how many credits does a typical post-bac student usually take? Because it is variable, right?
Sure. Most students will come in and take a minimum of 24 credits with us because that is the minimum requirement to meet our linkage agreement and our committee letter, which we might talk about later. The average student takes around 32 credits with us, but 24 is the minimum, and that can be completed in 3 to 4 semesters, depending on when you enter the program.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Sure.
Now, we do have quite a few wonderful features associated with this program. Maggie's going to talk a little bit about those, and then Kristen's going to chime in with even more opportunities that you can take advantage of. Maggie?
Thank you. So UVM has a level 1 trauma center, which I think is attractive to a lot of our students. It is almost on our campus within walking distance, at least. UVM boasts R1 research university status, which also means that we have we have depth in research here that you all can take advantage of as students in terms of participating in that research or looking for opportunities to do so. We have our cancer research facility is one of the top 10 in the nation. Some of our specialties in research are neuroscience and brain health, cardiovascular, infectious disease, and immunology, but certainly not limited to those areas. And we're nationally recognized for rural health and our transdisciplinary approach to pain management. We have a very unique pain management clinic here at UVM as well, which is really interesting if you want to look that up and take a look at what they're doing there. Our partnership with Larner College of Medicine is very important to us and to our students. We, like I had mentioned before, have the linkage agreement. I think about 80% of our student body for the post-bac program is headed towards the MD pathway. I didn't mention that before when I was talking about the others. And those folks will often take advantage of that linkage agreement if they meet the criteria. We have access to grand rounds. The medical center is attached to the College of Medicine. That also houses our Dana Medical Library, which many of our students engage with. It's a nice place to study. Often the literature that you want to find and access is there, in that the librarians are dedicated to helping to our students, and we talk often with them as well to coordinate those services. Larner has an early admissions option for students now. That's in its third cycle. And our students have had decent success with that, especially the EDP program, and as our students are reviewed with them. The Dana Medical, I already mentioned the Dana Medical Library. So in terms of community, we have personalized support, dedicated academic advisors. Kristen is our person there. And she is connected closely with a national health advisors group. So we have that membership, and we attend those conferences annually, and we engage with that group so that we are up to date on medical admissions and the landscape there, so that we can offer that information and that depth of knowledge back to our students so that we could best mentor you in your journey. We have a virtual learning community that you can engage in. We push out a lot of events in and around campus so that you're aware of what's happening and opportunities that you might want to participate in. And we engage a lot with community health centers to talk about opportunities for you to engage as medical assistants or in clinics or in community engagement realms. And lots of other co-curricular learning resources and opportunities, such as a simulation lab here on campus that we offer, I think, 1 or 2 experiences with for our students, sometimes tours, like with the pain management clinic, and other health education center clinics that are offered by AHEC here on campus. For our program, we still offer a committee letter process, which is a letter of recommendation for students who meet the criteria. Some post-bac programs have stopped offering that opportunity for different kinds of student evaluation protocols as students apply to medical school. And we are still offering that process because we believe it best represents the non-traditional position that a lot of our students are in. A lot of our students are career changers. Some of them come to us with full careers that they're shifting from to become physicians or health practitioners. So we feel like that committee letter process that we offer really sort of represents their whole journey in that manner.
Right, thank you. And Kristen's going to cover a few more ways to build a strong candidacy at UVM. And just to mention, obviously your academic coursework is of primary importance and really excelling there. But while you are preparing for your journey and to become a really strong candidate for medical school admissions, we have lots and lots of ways that you can build that portfolio with community service and also patient care opportunities. So Kristen's going to talk a little bit more about those.
Sure. Just to build on what Sharon was saying, part of your journey is acquiring all of these experiences, and we hope to serve you as best we can while you're here. So Maggie did mention grand rounds. We do have access to the grand rounds that are held on campus through Larner College of Medicine. That is available to you to engage with as you are able. There are also a variety of AHEC clinics that are offered throughout the semester. That is like Stop the Bleed, vital signs, EKG, Narcan, etc. That's a really great opportunity for you to attend, learn alongside other students, other Larner College of Medicine students. You get to meet people, build your network. I strongly encourage students to attend those clinics. When you're in your application stage, we will work with you on a variety of different topics that are very important for you as you're moving through the application. We'll have workshops on personal statement writing, work and activities, creating your school list, secondaries, interviewing skills, etc. So we want to make sure that you're getting all the support that you need as you're moving into the application stage. On top of that, there are panels that we hold with both of our linkage partners. The Larner College of Medicine will come and talk to our students, as well as the University of New England. So it's an opportunity for you to attend and ask questions of those admissions professionals. Throughout the year, we do have the sim lab. We've tried to incorporate those as part of your orientation. So it's kind of a fun way to launch your time here at UVM. So you'll attend a sim lab. You'll get to sort of play with the toys, if you will, and meet other post-bacs that are starting the program alongside of you. And lastly, as you're moving through, research is another important piece of your application. We can talk about what you might be interested in. We have connections in the Larner College of Medicine, these research navigators that can also help you pair up with some interesting opportunities. It's a resource to guide you through to other labs that we may not even know about. So we do want to support you in all of the facets of a strong application. And that is something that we'll talk about a lot while you're here, and really try to make sure that you're applying when the time is right.
Great. Thank you, Kristen. Just a little bit of data to let people know how successful our students are, which we are very proud of. Maggie's going to run through these statistics for us.
We love statistics. So I think these stats should come with a disclaimer. We have multiple pathways which affect these stats. So I just want to say that they're sort of hard to come by. And the team has done a really wonderful job at working over the last couple of years to get to this point where we can actually report out on them very confidently. First-time applicants who completed the committee letter process, our success rate there is 76% matriculation into medical school. And Kristen, please correct me if I say anything incorrectly here, because we've sort of shifted the way we do this. First-time applicants who completed the committee letter process and met Larner College of Medicine linkage criteria is an 86% matriculation rate, I believe. Is that correct, Kristen?
That's correct.
Correct, yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else that we should add here that you want to add?
I would just say that 86% is both across medical school and osteopathic. So it is across the whole spectrum of med school, not just MD.
Great. I'm glad you mentioned that.
Okay. Very good. Thank you. Now we have plenty of time for questions. I haven't really seen anything come through the Q&A unless I have the wrong window open. So please don't be shy. Any and all questions are most welcome. You can either, come on out of mute and speak them, or feel free to enter them in the Q&A. We do have some questions that are most frequently asked that we thought we would answer in anticipation. So maybe these are some questions that you have on your mind. And I'm going to let Kristen answer most of these because she's got her finger on the pulse regarding whether classes are online, on campus, or hybrid. Kristen?
Yeah, the vast majority of our courses are here on campus in the beautiful city of Burlington, Vermont. It is now a little snow covered, so everything's very pretty. It's winter here in Vermont. There is opportunity for you to take classes online during the summer semester. We don't typically encourage students to take sciences online, but if there are some of the classes that you need to supplement your learning, such as pre-calculus, psychology, English writing, those are certainly available for you in the summer semester. So that's something to consider. And we find that it's better for you to be on campus to make those connections as well. These classes are alongside undergraduates, but we do have reserved seats, and that means that we have sections that are specifically for post-bac students. For our biology course, all the post-bacs are in the same biology lecture, and then the labs are a little dispersed to allow you the freedom to create a schedule that works with maybe some other extracurriculars that you might be doing. The program typically takes about 18 months, 18 to 24 maximum. Most students don't stick around that long, but again, we can service you however you need. If you want to continue to take some advanced level courses, there are certainly a wealth of options available to you. So three semesters, 4 semesters, depending on when you enter and what the course mix is that you need to complete, that will really dictate your timeline. As I said before, some of these classes are offered in such a way that you have to take them in sequence. So certain classes are only offered at certain times. So that really does dictate some of the time here. Mm-hmm. As far as financial, Sharon, I'm just running down them. I'm sorry.
Yep, I'm just go with it.
As far as financial support, there's a couple of different things to consider. This program is eligible for federal financial loans. So if you are interested in acquiring federal aid, you would complete a FAFSA, and there are some forms that we would work through together and submit for that. We do also have a scholarship that we afford students during the summer semester. It is, if you complete 2 classes in the summer, you will receive full scholarship for one of those classes. So it's a great opportunity for you to start and take 2 classes and have one of them paid for. If we have funds available, which we don't always know until the semester before, we do try to provide scholarship for students in a future term. And research volunteer shadow, we sort of covered that in the last slide. We'll work to talk about your interest. We don't curate experiences for students. So I would like to say that because you come in with a wealth of experiences. It is not a one size fits all. We don't want students to feel like they're stuck doing, volunteer doula if that's not an area that you want to gain experiences in. But we'll talk about what is available in the community, where we have had post-bac students in the past, and try to help guide you towards those experiences.
Great, sounds good. Okay, we do have a question in the chat, and actually I think it's likely that Maggie and Kristen could answer this best. Henry asks if you could explain the early admissions option you mentioned before. How does that work?
So the early decision is you're raising your hand to say you want to apply to Larner, and that is the number 1 school on your list. And if you get in, you're going to go. So the process for Larner right now, as it stands, is you must meet with the assistant director of admissions and have a conversation about your interests and experiences, and then discuss whether or not it's the right fit for you. And after that conversation, you'll walk out maybe having a little better understanding as to your vision of Larner, and if it's really truly early decision is really truly the path that you want to take. So it is something we talk about much more in depth when the time comes, but just know that right now it is an option for students who are interested in Larner. Other programs also have early decision, but when it comes to choosing that option, you really have to narrow it down to just one school and be 100% sure that that's where you want to go.
Okay. So you make a commitment to attend that school if accepted.
Correct. You would go through the application process. It's not a fast track to starting med school, but it is, you'll know sooner. You'd find out the answer sooner.
Okay. Other questions? Any other questions? Don't be shy.
Some of the criteria for early admissions are MCAT score, GPA, community engagement, mission alignment with Larner College of Medicine. So those are the things you could expect to present to that assistant dean if that's something you're interested in. And if you are 100% certain that you'd like to attend Larner College of Medicine, it's a great avenue to explore further.
Thanks, Maggie. So I just wanted to review the application and registration dates. But the first thing I want to emphasize is that all of our application deadlines, whether you want to begin in the summer, fall, or spring, are rolling. So there's a lot of flexibility. Of course, planning ahead is usually best, but we understand that people have a lot on their plate, whether they're finishing school, working, changing careers. So we like to give you maximum flexibility. We do have some priority deadlines listed, and those come into play a little bit just to give you maximum time to register, select your courses. We want to make sure you get the seats that you need, which Kristen always manages to pull off, but the sooner the better. So that's why we list that priority deadline. It also gives you more time to plan and to move to the area if that's something that you need to do. I'll also mention for summer as well, the scholarships are, you don't need to apply for the summer scholarship. You, by applying to the program, you're automatically considered. And the scholarships are on a first come, first serve basis. So we usually, I think I'm within my rights to say that we usually are able to offer scholarship to everyone who begins in the summer, but there is a limit to those scholarships. So conceivably, we could run out, but we typically have a scholarship for every student who qualifies. But again, you do need to complete the two classes in order to qualify for that. So just taking one would not be sufficient. But those are a great scholarship, a great way to start. Even though the priority deadline for summer was February 15th, we're accepting applications. We still have scholarships available for summer starts. Summer, of course, is an accelerated time for classes. They're condensed. So some courses start in May, some will start in June, and some will start in July. And then fall, registration opens April 17th, and classes start in August. Any questions about applications or deadlines? How long do summer classes run for? I believe they're 8 weeks. Is that correct, Kristen, for most of the summer classes?
It's actually 4 to 6 weeks, depending on the class. So
okay.
Most of the sciences will run around 6 weeks. In most cases, students are starting with chemistry. So they'll start that May 18th, and then they'll have a nice relaxing weekend. then start Chem 2 in the following June session. So it's really quite rigorous back to back in the summer. It's also a really good time to take classes that might be helpful for you, like pre-calculus. If you're not quite steady on your feet with your math skills, it's a good time to take math before you head into the rigorous chemistry and physics curriculum.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? Just want to make sure we don't miss anybody. If you do have questions that you think of after the fact, because there's a lot of information coming at you all at once, by all means, reach out to us. We have our general advising team available, and our enrollment team at learn@uvm.edu. And if you want to snap I swear I still do not know how QR codes work, so I'm dating myself perhaps, but please do whatever you need to do with this QR code. I believe it's take a picture to use to get in touch directly with Kristen. And she is available to talk to you more about the program. So I think that's enough time for people to get out their phones, focus, snap that QR code. So I will just say thank you so much. At the beginning of this show info session, I had a beautiful winter scene, but we also have lovely sunny weather with the lake in the distance. So I just wanted to make sure you got the full picture. Thank you again so much for joining us. We would love to answer more questions or see you here in the near future. Thank you so much, and good night.